Hello friends, today we are going to see the trick to solve offset voltage and slew rate based sums. Let me tell you, this video will remove your fear from these two parameters of op-amp. Okay, so for that please watch this video completely. In this video first I will discuss what is offset voltage, then we will solve almost 3 sums, and then we will jump to the slew rate sums. Okay, so let's jump directly to the sum. So first sum is of EC2000. If the op-amp in figure below has an input offset voltage of 5 millivolt and an open loop voltage gain of 10,000, then VO will be. You have given with this circuit and these options are given. So this sum is based on input offset voltage. Without this parameter you can't solve this type of circuit. Okay, since we have input offset voltage, we are going to use the concept of input offset voltage. Before starting the sum, you should know the concept of this VIOS. Input offset voltage is the voltage that is provided at the input of this op-amp for compensating the output of op-amp. Okay, so let's see the sum. There we will elaborate more on this. Okay, so here in this sum we have VIOS as 5 millivolt. This is the notation for input offset voltage. Okay, and what is VIOS mathematically? VIOS is nothing but VNI minus VI, basically non-inverting voltage minus inverting voltage. So here we know this VIOS is 5 millivolt. So there can be two cases. First case in which VNI is 5 millivolt, so we will get 5 millivolt minus 0, so VIOS will be 5 millivolt. Okay, and second case would be where VI is 5 millivolt, so VIOS will be 0 minus 5 millivolts. So basically VIOS will be minus 5 millivolt at this time. So we will consider both these two cases to get our answer. Okay, so here we have given with this voltage gain as finite, so we can't use the direct voltage gain formula, so we have to use this formula here. VO is equals to A open loop gain into VD, and this difference here is VIOS. Okay, this difference in the input terminal. Okay, now AOL is 10,000, right? In first case VIOS is 5 millivolt. Since VD is equals to VIOS, so we can replace this VD equals to VIOS. So in first case we have VIOS as 5 millivolt, so we multiply directly with 5 millivolt. So what we will get is 50 volt, right? This is what we get from first case. But here you should notice this VO is greater than plus Vset. Okay, this output is greater than plus Vset, so op-amp is going to output at most plus 15 volt. Okay, for this condition. And for this second condition we will use the same thing, VO equals to AOL into VIOS. Okay, but this time we will consider VIOS as minus 5 millivolt, so we will get here minus 50 volt. Here also you can see this minus 50 volt is less than minus Vset. For this also op-amp can drive up to minus 15 volt. So from both the condition we can say VO will be plus minus 15 volt. So from the option, let's see which is the correct option. So here you can see this C will be the correct option. Okay, now let us see this sum. Now we are going to increase the level of question. So here we have an op-amp has an offset voltage of 1 millivolt and is ideal in all other respects. If this op-amp is used in the circuit shown in figure, the output voltage will be. Here also same thing is asked, that is we have to find out the VO. Okay, so we are going to use the same concept of VIOS here, but the thing is here the gain, that is open loop gain, is infinite, right? We know this op-amp is ideal. We know VIOS is VNI minus VI. Okay, if we consider that this offset voltage is connected to non-inverting terminal, so we will get VIOS is equals to 1 millivolt here, minus 0, so equals to 1 millivolt. So basically what I am saying is this circuit will change to this thing. Okay, basically you have connected plus minus 1 millivolt here. Okay, this is 1k, this is connected to ground. And now if you see this circuit is of non-inverting amplifier, so you can use the output of non-inverting amplifier, which will be VO is equals to 1 plus RF by R1 into VNI. Okay, basically V input. Okay, so what you will get is 1 plus RF is 1 mega ohm, so basically 10 raised to 6 upon 10 raised to 3, since R1 is 1 kilo ohm into 1 millivolt. So what you will get here is 1001 into 1 millivolt So basically you will get 1.001 volt. Okay, so this is your VO when you consider this 1 millivolt is connected to non-inverting terminal. Okay, but now if you consider this VIOS equals to minus 1 millivolt when this 1 millivolt is connected to Vi. So now at this time you will get output as 1 plus 1000 into minus 1 millivolt. So at this time you will get the output as 1.001 volt, but this time you are getting the output as negative 1 volt, and here you get output as positive 1 volt. Okay, so the output will be VO equals to plus minus 1 volt. So from the option you can see the correct option will be C. Okay, now if in case in the option instead of this 1 volt and plus minus 1 volt, you get the option as B equals to 1 volt and C equals to minus 1 volt, then you are going to choose the option as 1 volt. Why? Because most of the times this offset voltage is connected to the non-inverting terminal only, so you are going to tick the option this B1. Okay, so basically this positive voltage. Okay, after this sum we are going to see the sum of slew rate. Okay, so let us see this sum. This is of EC16. An op-amp has a finite open loop voltage gain of 100. Okay, its input offset voltage is given as 5 millivolt, is modeled as shown in the circuit below. Okay, the amplifier is ideal in all other respects, and Vin is given as 25 millivolt, and we have to find the output voltage in millivolt. Okay, so here you can see this circuit is given and you have to find the output, and here AO is given finite. Okay, so here you can't use the direct gain formula. Okay, here there is no need to consider two cases because in the circuit directly this VIOS is connected to the non-inverting terminal. Okay, so we will use the same concept that what we used for the finite gain sum. Okay, so we will use the formula VO equals to AOL into VD. Okay, and this VD is VNI minus VI. Okay, this is what VIOS is, right? And AOL is given as 100, right? Into PNI will be 25 millivolt plus 5 millivolt, so basically 30 millivolt. Okay, and minus VI, we don't know VI here. Okay, so VO is equals to 100 into 30 millivolt minus Vi. This is your first equation. So always you have to find this first equation and then you have to put the KCL at this node. Okay, so if you apply the KCL at this node, you will get, this is what Vi is, right? Vi, and this is your VNI. So you will get equation as Vi minus 0 upon 1. I am considering all the current as milliampere, then plus Vi minus Vo upon 15 equals to 0. This input current is 0. If we multiply this whole equation by 15, we will get 15 Vi plus 1 Vi. So basically 16 Vi minus Vo equals to 0. So Vo is equals to 16 Vi. Also you can write it as Vi is equals to Vo by 16 since we want output voltage. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to use this term in this equation. Okay, so if we replace Vi as this term, we will get Vo is equals to 100 into 30 millivolt will be 3000 into 10 raised to minus 3, basically 3 volt minus 100 Vi, 100 into Vo by 16. If we take this term there, we will get Vo as 1 plus 100 upon 16, right, equals to 3. So here we will get Vo equals to 116 upon 16 equals to 3. So Vo will be 63 is a 48 upon 116. Okay, so if you calculate, you will get somewhat 48 by 116. So basically you get 0.41379 volts. So basically in millivolt you will get 413.79 millivolt. Okay, so the answer will be 413.79 millivolt. Okay, now let us see the sum of slew rate. This is of EC95, and op-amp is used as a zero crossing detector if maximum output available from the op-amp, okay, is 12 volt peak to peak and the slew rate of the op-amp is 12 volt upon microsecond, then the maximum frequency of the input signal that can be applied without causing a reduction in the peak to peak output in kilohertz is. So basically here we are given with the output of op-amp, we are given with the slew rate, and we have to find the maximum frequency of the input signal. So basically here if I write the given term, we have a Vo peak to peak as plus minus 12 peak to peak voltage. Okay, and we have a slew rate as 12 volt per microsecond. Okay, and we want F max since we want in kilohertz, right, hertz. So to solve this type of sum, what you should know is you should know the formula of slew rate. Slew rate is given as mod of dVO by dt max. Okay, maximum change in output voltage with respect to time is your slew rate. Okay, so here you have to use the same formula we have given with VO peak to peak as plus minus 12 volt peak to peak. If we assume output as sinusoidal, we can assume it as Vm sine omega mt. Okay, and now if we take the derivative, what we will get, dvo by dt with respect to time, we will get Vm cos omega mt into omega m, right? Since we are differentiating with respect to time, so this omega m will become constant. Okay, so we will get Vm into omega m cos omega mt. But now we want the maximum change, right? Dvo by dt maximum. So for maximum, this term should be 1, right? So if this term is 1, so we will get Vm into omega m. So this is what our change in output voltage with respect to time, that is to be maximum. Okay, so we can replace this term with this term. So we can write slew rate equals to Vm into omega m. Since we want omega m, so we can write it as omega max, right? So we will get slew rate upon Vm. Okay, slew rate is given as 12 volt per microsecond. Okay, upon Vm is plus 12 here, since 12 volt peak to peak, this is like somewhat this thing. Okay, this is plus 12 and this is minus 12. This is what this peak to peak means. Okay, this is what you got, right? Now this volt got cancelled, and if you take this microsecond into numerator, you will get 1 into 10 raised to 6. Now since we want f max, okay, so we have to convert this omega max into fm. We know this omega can be written as 2 pi f max. Okay, so this f max will be 10 raised to 6 upon 2 pi. So here what you will get is 10 raised to 6 upon 2 pi. So you will get 159154. So basically 159.154 kilohertz. Okay, so this is what your answer. Okay, this is the maximum frequency which you should apply without causing any reduction in peak to peak output. Okay, so you can see, if you know the concept, you can solve this type of question very easily. Okay, now let us see this sum. This is of AC 2001. An amplifier using an op-amp with a slew rate 1 volt per microsecond has a gain of 40 dB. If this amplifier has to faithfully amplify sinusoidal signals from DC to 20 kHz without introducing any slew rate induced distortion, then the input signal must not exceed. Okay, now this question is somewhat tricky because here you have a slew rate, okay, and here you have gain also, and sinusoidal signal is given that the input signal is sinusoidal frequency, you know, and you have to find out the input signal must not exceed. Okay, we have a slew rate as 1 volt per microsecond. Okay, this is good. We have a gain in dB as 40 dB. If we convert it into normal value, we will get 20 log A is equals to 40 dB. So basically log A will be 40 by 20, basically 2. So A will be 10 raised to 2, basically 100. Also we know this F max is 20 kilohertz. Okay, so we have all these parameters, but here in this question we have to find out the Vm of input signal, not of output signal. Since we know the formula of slew rate is dVo by dt, this is with respect to output voltage, but now we have to change this formula into Vi somehow. So let's see how we can do this. Okay, so basically what you have to do is dVo divide and multiply with dvi. So what you will get is dvi dt. Okay, so you can say this won't change the meaning of this formula. Okay, so now this change in output voltage upon change in input voltage, this is what our gain is, right? So we can write it as a into dvi by dt maximum. This is the basic thing. You can separate this mod into this two individual terms. So this mod of this thing will be this gain, and this term is as it is here. Okay, so now you have the formula converted to this in terms of input voltage. Okay, since we know the input signal is sinusoidal signal here, so we can use Vi as Vm sine omega mt form. Okay, and now if we take the derivative dvi by dt, we will get vm omega m cos omega mt. Okay, since we want the maximum, right? So we will get Vm into omega m. Basically this term become 1, then only we will get maximum, right? So we have this thing. So we can write slew rate as A into Vm into omega m, and we have to find this Vm, right, with the maximum frequency. So this formula will change to slew rate is equals to A into Vm into omega m. Vm will be slew rate upon A into omega m. Okay, here we know the slew rate as 1 volt per microsecond, and this A here is 100. Omega m will be 2 pi fm. Fm is 20 kilohertz, 20 into 10 raised to 3. If this microsecond go in numerator, you will get 1 into 10 raised to 6 upon 100 into 2 pi into 20 into 10 raised to 3. Now if you try to simplify, you will get this 0, 0, 3 and 6. Okay, so you can cancel this 10 raised to 6. It will be 1 upon this 1 into 2 pi into 2. Okay, so this is what you will get after simplifying this. What I have done is I have just remove all the zeros. You can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 zeros is there, so you can cancel it with this 10 raised to 6 and you will remain with this term. Okay, so basically you are remaining with 1 upon 4 pi volt. So if you simplify it, you will get 1 upon 4 pi. Okay, so this is what your answer, 0.0795 volt. So in millivolt it will be 79.5 millivolts. So from the option you can see this C will be the correct answer. Okay, so from this you can conclude, if you know the basics of slew rate and offset sum, you can solve that type of sum very easily. Okay, so don't be fear with this two parameter, you can solve this type of question very easily. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you guys.
हेलो दोस्तों, अगर आपको मेरी वीडियो पसंद आ रही हो तो डू लाइक दिस वीडियो, शेयर विथ योर फ्रेंड्स एंड सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल. थैंक यू.